So me and the family are out here today. We're at Bartlett Lake. Hima sent me out these traction boards to review. I've never done a product review, so this is going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully I don't screw it up. So first off, they come in this really cool travel bag. So what comes in the bag? Your traction boards, the replaceable tee. You get two colors, you get red and black. These you actually will tie onto the board, so when you're done using it and it's dug in the mud real bad, you can go ahead and use this to pull it out instead of having to dig it out with your hands. Just makes it a little easier on you. Then it comes with two tools. You have this guy here. This guy goes on the tooth, and that's how you'll get him in. And then this guy is after the tooth needs to be replaced. This guy goes on the back end, and you can go ahead and take it out that way, and I'll show you. So I will be using these black ones, so that way it all looks uniform. It's pretty straightforward. Ta-da! I'll only have to do that a bunch more times. Then we'll use the tool, just make sure they are torqued to spec. And that's one. Now we'll go ahead, I'll knock out the other one, I won't bother you with that. Alright, so after getting all the teeth onto both boards, we are still left with 8 of the same color, and we still have that whole bag of the other ones. So they really do give you a whole bunch of the teeth. So now that they're all on there, let me show you more about these tools here. So you have this one, of course, to get them nice and cinched on there. You obviously don't want to do it too tight, because if you break the tooth, it's going to be really hard for you to get those out to replace them. Then you have this tool here, and this one just goes on like the back end of any one of these, and you just boop to go ahead and take it out. So now it's loose, and now you can pull it out. So pretty neat there. So what's my relationship with Hima? They just reached out to me and said, hey, do you want to do a product review on our traction boards? I said, sure, sounds good. What's all involved? He goes, just do a couple of tests, or a bridge test, to see how that handles it, and that's it. The only other thing was they wanted me to just do a video just on the boards. I couldn't incorporate it into a video I was working on at the time. So that was all. And the reason why we're out here at Bartlett today, someone posted these pictures here where they were stuck. They couldn't get out. It was kind of like a clay. And the way that they did get out is by using traction boards. I know I look different than I did yesterday. Over at Bartlett, I just could not get the truck stuck. There was not a lot of clay that I was looking for to see if I can get the truck stuck. And I didn't think that that was fair to kind of do a review on something that's supposed to get you unstuck if I couldn't get unstuck myself. So I figured, you know what, let's try to find some sand, because it just So I figured that's what I would do. So we found some sand here. And as you can see, I don't know what the camera does, but we're at a bit of an incline. Front tires kind of dug in. Can I get out without the boards? Probably. And again, there's something to say about these boards when it pertains to experience off-road driving. But the peace of mind that they offer is just second to none, you know. If there's someone who's doesn't have a lot of experience off-road, if there's someone who doesn't have a very capable vehicle, any tool that they could have is better than having none. I don't want to dissuade anybody or have anybody feel dissuaded like they can't go out and do things when tools like this do exist. You know, rear-wheel drive 4Runner most of the time can get out to a lake and have no problem at all, you know. And then in the one time, flash flood comes by, he gets stuck. 9 times out of 10, if they pull these out, they can get out. And again, maybe if they had a little bit more experience, they wouldn't even need the boards, but who's to say? So I know there's that whole online argument. Hey, if you need these to get out, you probably weren't stuck in the first place, but why not have every tool at your disposal? So we're going to try to use these to get unstuck. Again, I just wanted to go over the fact that these have this really nice metal clip on the front. Big fan of that, as well as the jack base there. That's terrific because something like this, if I were to try to jack up from my hitch receiver with my high lift jack, it would just sink in immediately, even with the small little base that it has. Having something like this where I'm able to displace all that weight, way better than not having it. I don't have to try to find a piece of wood to put on the bottom there. I have these at my disposal, so there's that. And can you use it with the other ones? Yes, but it's nice that it's made for it so you're not crunching a bad part on the board. All right, so just a brief comparison of the ones that I currently have on the Land Cruiser and then the new Sam Hima ones, which are going to be replacing those quite soon. These ones, I couldn't tell you what brand they are. I couldn't tell you. I mean, it doesn't have it listed nowhere. I don't know when they were bought. When I bought my roof rack off of Phil, shout out to Phil, he tossed these in with the purchase with the high lift jack and the shovel. Solid deal. So I don't know how long he had these for. I don't know how long he had them on there. I know I've had them on the truck for about 2 years now. So there's that. Living here in Arizona, the sun is just nasty. You have just everything under the sun just gets destroyed. So having these ones, you can see the amount of damage they've had compared to the back and the color that they used to be. But these, having UV protection, very nice peace of mind because they're not cheap. Now, if you don't even want to have them on top of your truck and you use the included bag, then it doesn't matter anyways because they'll be safe in there. Another thing that I could tell is just how thick the material on these are. You can tell this is probably about 1/4 inch thick. This one, you have about 1/2 inch thickness there on that lip. I don't know how that changes when you go further into the board, but this is very much a wimpy, hefty situation. I'm probably the last one who is gonna tell you to go buy the name brand because everything on this truck that I have, aside from the suspension, has been bought secondhand. It's kind of the part of my channel that I hope resonates with a lot of you. There's something to be said, you know, with YouTubers who are out there doing product reviews, you know, well, they got it for free, they're just gonna lie about it. And Alec, are we gonna lie? Are we gonna lie for $100?
Nope.
Are we gonna lie for $200? Are we gonna lie for $300? Are we gonna lie for $400? $500? $600? $700? $800 though? $1,100 though.
Yeah, we might.
We got his price, guys. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna sell my soul for a pair of $200 traction boards. There's no way I'm gonna sell my soul for a $5,000 running board. There's no way. So anyways, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If it was trash, I would post that it was trash. They wanted a review. They didn't say they wanted a good review, you know, and that's the only reason I went through with doing this kind of thing. Because if it was something I couldn't be honest about, there's no way I'd do it. This is Alec. He is my oldest. He's off of school sick today, as you can tell. And he thought it'd be fun to come help me film a little video. Another use case for these boards is if you have an incline, your forerunner or whatever you got is a really bad departure or approach angle due to bumpers or whatever, you can use these to just give yourself an extra inch or two if you think you're gonna scrape or you might be close to. Now you can merely just put this right at the beginning, just allowing yourself to have another couple inches. I know the camera really flattens this out. I try to get the best angle to kind of show it, and I won't have any issues myself. Just another thing to highlight what you can use these boards for. So right now we'll do a bridge test. I have it up on some river rock. We're gonna run right over it, see about how much it bends and if it holds up. It's an 80 series Land Cruiser. It ain't light. I know this wasn't really any crazy testing like I'd like to do. With the nonprofit and everything, I'm just a little too busy for that. But I would like to just give my recommendation on these. I think that they're quality. I think they're pretty strong. Yeah. Another thing to consider is driver skill. I mean, we've all seen on Matt's Off-Road Recovery where there's a tricked out rig and they're stuck. They can't get out by themselves, but they call Matt. Matt doesn't even rig up anything to him. He just jumps in it, gets out, you know. So there's a lot of that involved with this. It's not just how good your rig is or how capable it is. And, you know, I grew up growing to the dunes, sand and all that, I'm more than comfortable in. But put me in a snow environment, I don't know how to get out of that. I don't have much experience in that. So someone who, like me, you know, I don't have the ability to call a friend to go with me on a Monday or a Tuesday, you know. It's really just me. I want to go out. I'm not going to let the idea of me being out there by myself stop me. If I have something like this where I can count on it, I'll throw it out underneath my truck if I get stuck. I don't know how many gear reviews I'm going to be doing on this channel. I'm not going to make this channel a gear channel. I don't want to sell you guys stuff you don't need. But when the opportunity came up to review something from this company that I'm particularly interested in, I decided, you know what, I would do that. There's a lot of negativity out there about what they are and what they can do, and I think that maybe is a little misguided. I don't think this should be your end-all be-all. You know, first of all, if you can, don't go out alone. Go out there with somebody else who can be there for you and help you get out of any kind of situation. Have a recovery bag, have a tow strap, you know, and above all, plan out what kind of environment it is. Do the research on where you're going to try to make sure that there's no unexpected things that may happen. Check the weather. On X, they have a weather radar now, and you know, that's a great thing, especially if you're out here in Arizona where these flash floods come out. You don't need much rain for it to flood because the ground is so dry. So plan ahead, think critically, and try not to go out by yourself. But the least I would recommend is a set of traction boards, okay? And I think these sand Himas are a good contender depending on your budget. Anyways, guys, there'll be a fishing video up. I just wanted to get this up. And
Fishing video with me in it.
yes, me and Alec are gonna go do a fishing video. Okay. All right, well, thank you guys. We'll see you in the next one.